Hi there, I'm here to register Overwatch as a new Olympic sport.
Overwatch. Oh yeah, no, we're not gonna do that. It's too violent.
What are those people behind you doing then?
Oh yeah, those guys, they're practicing for the gold medal rounds for biathlon. You know, the skiing, the shooting, and all that kind of stuff with the rifles where they go out loud.
But you said
But look, it's Overwatch. It's just too violent, so no. Next!
Hi everyone, welcome to GameGorgon. My name is Krug.
And I'm Adrock.
Today we're here to talk to you about violence in the Olympics and how it relates to video games and how video games relate to the Olympics. It's a giant web of stuff that's never gonna happen.
So, if you didn't know, the Asian Games recently had a demonstration sport of some esports games. I believe Dota was in there and whatnot, and the general reception was overall positive.
Yeah, as it should be, because a lot of people play video games.
Really?
Yeah. Well, 1, 2, 3. There's 4 somewhere over there.
That's a lot of people.
That's 100% of people. Statistically,
100% of people in this household play video games. And so you would think transitioning from the Asian Games to the Olympics would be not that big a deal, right? The IOC must love the idea of putting esports in the Olympics.
Well, I mean, not so much. So the Associated Press spoke with the IOC president, Thomas Bach, and he had this to say.
Quote, "We cannot have in the Olympic program a game which is promoting violence or discrimination, so-called killer games. They, from our point of view, are contradictory to the Olympic values and cannot therefore be accepted," end quote. Okay,
so like my most nitpicky thing that I can say about this sentence is that nobody calls anything killer games.
Some people do, but they tend to have news anchors and that kind of stuff.
It seems like a very biased phrase.
Old man yells at sky. This is a generational thing, and it's kind of ironic we're talking about the Olympics where a lot of their sports have roots in violence. You've got boxing, you've got fencing, you've got pancration, you've got archery, judo, taekwondo.
They're shooting sports.
Yeah,
There's
biathlon.
tons of sports with guns. And I mean, guns are tools that are used for hunting and stuff like that, but at the same time, also pretty ubiquitous when it comes to talking about war and violence and stuff like that. And so
you could say they've gamified violence.
Right, exactly. Just like every other violent sport in the Olympics.
Why can't we have it?
I don't know.
So if you don't know, Thomas Bach, the president, actually was a fencer in the Olympics. So when the Associated Press actually presented him with this criticism, this is what he responded with.
Of course, every combat sport has its origins in a real fight among people, but sport is the civilized expression about this. If you have e-games, hold on. I'm actually astounded that e-games is a phrase.
Did he get that off his compact from America Online?
I'm actually gonna go back to the source for this quote and double check that e-games is actually what's written. If you have e-games where it's about killing somebody, this cannot be brought into line with our Olympic values.
Obviously, the sports they have now aren't about killing. Like I said, they've gamified violence.
Yeah.
But really, the idea here is a domination of the opponent.
Yeah.
Whether you're playing League of Legends, whether you're playing Dota, whether you're playing Counter-Strike, whether you're playing, arenas in like, say, Battle Ride or something.
Or even stuff that isn't violent, or even games like Rocket League that have absolutely no basis in violence. It's just a car driving around hitting, an overinflated soccer ball.
And we've also learned that games like Overwatch, they do things to accommodate for the audience that they're watching. They've changed graphics to make it easier to watch the fights. They've changed jerseys to mimic stuff like physical sports. And
they also have the same kind of, I think, like sportsman mentality, or at least they try to foster the same kind of sportsman mentality amongst the players. They try to make sure that outside of the scope of the actual competition that they're still behaving correctly.
Yeah, they're role models because they have that reach and
they try to get that into players. And I think that one problem might be that the players are young and that it's a little more difficult to get them to behave that way. Sometimes,
but gymnasts are,
in some cases,
prepubescent.
That's true. But maybe like having something like the Olympics with a worldwide stage, And
a worldwide phenomenon like esports would be a match made in heaven.
And maybe that would like kind of prompt the behavior in the professional esports players.
Well, there was one theory.
Not to say that none of them are professional. I just want to make that clear. There are some of them that are very professional.
True, but there is one theory that some people have mentioned saying, well, they have to license the games that are going to be played, so you'd have to go and pay Valve to have the invitational style Olympic stuff, to which a lot of these companies would be more than welcome to work some kind of deal for the Olympic Committee.
I cannot fathom them not seeing the opportunity there. I cannot fathom a development studio saying, oh, you want to use my game in the Olympics? Well, I'm going to make it cost prohibitive for you to do so. Because it's the Olympics.
Old man, this is not your game anymore. It's my game.
Especially if you're the first video game that's in the Olympics, or one of the first handful of video games that's in the Olympics, that's going to carry you so hard.
I think that just ultimately this screams of
laziness.
Not laziness, but
that's what it screams to me. Like,
what's it called? It's arbitrary.
Absolutely,
I mean, we have the biathlon. We have dressage. If you don't know what dressage is, there should be a
no
graphic
idea what
right
dressage
here.
is.
This graphic will show you. That's dressage.
You have to explain to me what that is afterwards.
It's horse dancing.
Former world number ones, defending Olympic champions. They've come out swinging here. This is very, very strong.
Curling is an Olympic sport.
I mean, I'm sure that takes tons of skill.
I'm not discounting them.
Yeah.
But these are the items that are in the Olympics.
Yeah.
BMX got into the Olympics, thankfully, but they've also pulled out baseball and softball. They've pulled out other things over time, and it's all arbitrary.
I don't see the thread. I don't see the thread. Here's all I want, and I don't think it's too much to ask. Come out and say the Olympics has no interest in pursuing video games in the Olympics, and don't give any reason whatsoever.
That is the reason. We have no interest. Yes, you're gonna get blowback. That's fine.
That's fine. But at least
that's your decision.
At least you're being honest. Like, I don't care. I don't want to do it.
To hide behind this, it's violence, so we can't have violence in our thing. And
Exactly.
then we're gonna have a clip of some guy who's obviously super dehydrated to make weight for wrestling, and then have an arm snap on live TV, or people that are weightlifting, and you can see them physically exerting themselves to the point of exhaustion and bodily functions emitting out of them because of the stress they put on their body, and then to just say, well, that guy's arm snapped from holding up 400 pounds, and that's gonna be shown on TV, but we can't have Ash put a frozen arrow onto a trundle for a mid-game. Ultimately, it's a very tired excuse.
Yep.
And we're in an age where dancing around the subject just kind of breeds more controversy around the subject. If they were just to be honest with their decision and just be firm with it, instead of trying to hide it behind something else and the hypocrisy staring them in the face, people may not like it, but they will accept it.
Amen. And not only will they accept it, there's hope for the future. If you say, I just don't wanna, and then I hear this person is going to leave eventually, and the next person might wanna.
But then also,
that gives me hope for the future. That's all I want.
But the IOC should look at where people are gathering and their views are going. Like watching League Worlds on Twitch, or watching Rocket League on Caffeine, or watching WoW Arenas on Hitbox, or watching the Invitational on YouTube. There is a growing and massive and rabid and loyal section for this sports. I mean, countries are recognizing them as athletes. They're giving them athlete visas.
Yeah.
They're letting them go and commit and play internationally. The Olympics, they may never let them. That's fine. But that doesn't mean esports can't go anywhere else. That means they shouldn't go away, and that doesn't mean they're less official because they're not in the Olympics.
Look, all in all, bottom line, if the Olympics doesn't want esports, we'll just start the Olympics.
With our hookers and blackjacks.
And then they're just gonna miss out on the oodles and oodles of money that they could have potentially made, which is fine.
I want double lift in a Team USA Ralph Lauren polo. That's what I want.
Nope.
I want the Norwegian Counter-Strike team with their flag right next to the curlers for the Winter Olympics, but it's never gonna happen.
No, I don't think it's gonna happen that way.
Ultimately, ladies and gentlemen at home, and on your phone, and on your tablet, and on your whatever device, do you think esports should be in the Olympics?
Yeah, let us know down in the comments. While you're down there, hit the like button if you like the video. Hit the subscribe button to do absolutely nothing for yourself or us, because the YouTube algorithm's a broken pile of garbage.
Are they smashing it, or are they just clicking
No, they don't smash it. Other people need to have the ability to click it, and so if you smash it, it'll be broken, and we don't want that. We want it to work in perpetuity. And then also hit the bell icon, which is actually useful, and will give you notifications whenever we post new content. I'm Krug. If you want to talk to me, you can get me at KrugQT on Twitter.
And I'm AdRock. The best way you can talk to me is probably nowhere, but at AdRock Draws on Twitter is the best way.
That was really depressing. If you want to talk to both myself and Indigo, and if you want to, have us reach out to AdRock for you, we super can. You can reach us at _QueueTimes on Twitter or at QueueTimes on Instagram. We've been GameGorgon. We'll see you guys next time.